welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Meg, and today I'm going to show you how to get this perfect peachy look for summer. It is about to be the start of summer, and I've really been into peachy vibes, so today I really wanted to create a pretty peachy corally eye look, and I think I achieved that. I'm going to be using two different palettes today, so as always when you're following along at home, use whatever looks comparable to what's already in your collection, but I am going to be using the Urban Decay Kristen Leanne Daydream palette and also the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So those are going to be the main contenders for today's video. Really quickly, before we jump into the tutorial, I just want to run by some changes on my channel for you guys. So for the rest of this month, for the month of June, I am going to have Makeup Challenge Monday on my channel. Every Monday I will be doing a new challenge video. On Wednesday, I'm going to be having my Bachelorette Talks. I have a series here on my channel where I do recaps of the Bachelorette episode, where I talk about gossip that's going around about the different people on the show, predictions, different opinions. So if you would like to be a part of that, be sure to tune in. Those videos are always so much fun to do. And on Fridays, I'm going to be doing a makeup related video. So that's going to be a review, a tutorial, or something else that has to do with beauty. So if you don't want to miss out on any of this, be sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you are subscribed already, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your support, and let's roll into the tutorial. So to get started, I am going to pull out my Daydream palette. This is a Urban Decay X Kristen Leanne, part of the collab. And we are going to be pulling some colors from here today. So the first shade that I'm going to start with is going to be Daydream. I'm just going to take a Morphe M433 to pick this color up, and then I'm just going to start to lightly put it into my crease. I'm really kind of placing this right on the edge of where my orbital bone is. I want to have a V shape in my outer corner instead of having it rounded. So you can just kind of extend where your lower lash line ends and just kind of flick that upward, and that's going to help give you that V shape in your outer corner. I'm also going to make sure that I focus on bringing this all the way to the inner corner too. And it's totally fine to get this color on the outer third of your lid. Any crease color that we're going to work on building up in the outer corner of our lid too. Once I have a decent wash of color down, I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush to blend the edge. So you just have a faint wash of color, and you can still see that the outer corner is defined. Next, I'm going to dip into this Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, and I am going to go ahead and take this second color, Musk, and work on putting that into the crease as well. Now, dipping back into the Daydream palette, I'm going to take the darkest color, 8, and I'm just going to pick up the lightest amount, and I've just been using the same brush this whole time, and I'm just going to lightly stipple this into the outer corner. Like that, and then I'm going to take the big fluffy brush and just lightly blend it. The key to a really light blend is to hold your brush towards the end and like barely put any pressure, barely hold on to it. You really just want to focus on like a bouncing motion with your finger and let that do all the work for you. Now it is time to add some color into the mix, so I'm going to switch it up to a Real Techniques 203 blending brush. This is my favorite blending brush. And I'm going to go back into the Daydream palette, and I'm going to take the color in the center, 1212, which is a beautiful coral. And I am again just going to focus this into the crease, and then also on the outer corner of the eye. I would say about the outer half of the lid, I'm going to focus this color. I just want to have a hint of peachy coral in the crease. So you can see that there is such a subtle difference but it's a really beautiful, subtle difference. So before we move on to the next step, I am just going to take Lucy, which is the matte white in this palette. And I'm just going to take a Real Techniques, what is this? Is this a detailer brush? And I'm just going to pack this right under my brow bone. I do like to blend pretty high up, but I definitely want to make sure that I still have a little bit of a brow bone highlight. This next part, it's not really mandatory for you to do if you're not comfortable with it, but because I really want the peach to stand out on the inner corner, I am going to carve out the inner part of my eye. Basically, I'm just laying down some concealer to clean up some of the shadow that we got from the crease on our lid. I'm going to be using my trusty Tarte Shape Tape today. A little of this stuff goes the longest way, and a brush that I love to use to clean this up is a Sonia Kashuk 110 brush. It is kind of made for this kind of work. So I'm taking the smallest amount of concealer. I'm going to focus most of the concealer towards my lashes because I don't want to get too much towards my actual crease and make a mess. So I'm just kind of following my natural eye shape. I'm not really cutting it out to a crease or like cutting it out above or anything like that to make my eye look bigger. I'm just using this to literally just clean up the eye space. I'm going to take whatever is left and put it on the back of my hand and then just kind of blend the rest of this into the skin. You can see how I'm blending it in. I'm kind of getting like a soft faded line instead of something that is really harsh and precise. That's the difference in using the concealer today versus carving out a cut crease. Now that we are done with that, I'm going to go into the main peach color, which is from the Huda Desert Dusk palette, and I'm going to take the shade Eden. So to apply that, I'm just taking a tapered flat brush. This is from Soho, and I'm just going to pat this onto my lid. Then I'm going to go back in with whatever is on the blending brush. Now I'm going to go back with what we used for the browns and pick up a little bit more of that 8 color. And just stamp that right over there to help everything just blend together. And then I'm going to go into that musk color, the brown from the Desert Dusk, and also blend that too. I want to try to lighten this up the teensiest bit. So I'm going to try Desert Sand from the Huda palette and see if that will do the trick for me. Oh yeah, that's definitely making it a less intense coral color and more of a peach. Yay! There we go. I am happy with that. So now we move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to go dark to light on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to take a flat brush. This is a Morphe M432. I'm going to pick up 8, which was that darkest color that we used from the Urban Decay palette. And I'm just going to have this act as like a liner, I guess you could say. Next, I'm going to blend that out with Musk from the Huda palette. And I am using a Morphe E36. I love this for the lower lash line. It's also really great for packing on highlight to your brow bone and inner corner. And I also like to blend my lower lash line and connect it to what we did on our upper lid into the crease. Then to blend it further, going back into Daydream. And this is the brush that actually came with the palette. I love this little fluffy brush. It's like perfect for the lower lash line. Then for a hint of the peach on the lower lash line, I'm going to take Eden on that same brush, and I'm going to pick up hardly any product and just lightly sweep it under the eye. I am going to redefine the lash line a little bit more with 8 again and popping that real close to the lash line. So are any of you guys watching The Bachelorette with Becca this season? I watched Ari's season. It was horrendous. I actually have a little segment on my channel that I'm going to be doing called Bachelorette Talks. Every Wednesday, I'll be uploading a recap of the episode along with like theories and predictions. So if you guys are into that, be sure to check it out. I think for liner today, I'm not going to do a wing or anything. I think I'm just going to keep it to a simple black line. So I'm going to be using my Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper. So if you guys have any opinions or predictions or anything with The Bachelorette so far, I'll link the video up above. Go leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. I would also like to know what you guys would like to see on this channel. Would you like to see more tutorials, more makeup challenges, more chit chat videos? I definitely want to be putting out content that you want to see. So just let me know in the comments down below. I think I'm actually going to attempt a wing. So keep your fingers crossed. Now the trick is to get it even on the other side. So while I do that, I'm going to add some mascara and I will be right back. For mascara, I went in with a combo on my upper lashes. I first really like to go in with the Maybelline Push Up Angel Falsie Mascara. I feel like it really gets a good base and you're able to comb through your lashes. On top of that, for more volume and a little bit more lengthening, I took the Milk Kush Mascara. I will have a review of this mascara up on my channel next week, so be sure to subscribe if you aren't already so you don't miss it. And on my bottom lashes, I took my trusty MAC Giga Black Extended Play Mascara. So for lips, a nice nude will go great with this peachy vibe we have going on. I'm going to use the nude stick and whisper. If you are pale, this is like your perfect nude. It's not too brown. It's definitely more on the pinky side and I am obsessed with it. Absolutely love it, and I always like topping off with a gloss. I'm going to take the Over the Top gloss by Dose of Colors. I'm going to scrape most of the product off and then just lightly tap it on the center of my lip. I like how both times I start filming is when the trash and recyclables come along. So now that is out of the way, I can wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not part of the fam already. And if you are, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I hope you learned something cool today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.